What up, everybody? I do not have my professional avatar on, so give me a second. It's been a little while, y'all.
I have to put my Chinese food away. Hey guys,
There we go. So, how's everybody doing tonight?
I am
Doing
doing marvelous. I actually just got out of work and I said, you know what? We got Lola tonight, so uh, if they die, they die. I gotta run, and let's get on the show.
Awesome, awesome. Happy to have you here again, Oasi. What's up, Mike?
how's it going, Lola?
It's going good. It's going good, man. Like life's been hectic the last couple of months with all the holidays and then like family stuff going on. Like, I
Yeah, tell me about it.
it's just been it's like all of the cosmos have aligned and like life has just gotten so chaotically hectic.
Right. No, believe me, same here.
um but no, I'm glad to have you guys here on a Lola After Dark special. Oasi, you are doing the VeilWalker. You've started number 2.
Yes.
I just received number 1, so we're going to talk a little bit about it. And
Ooh.
Mike, I'm so excited. You launched Longshadow today.
Yeah, we did. Chibi Comics' first pulp novel.
Are you excited?
I
Like,
I I am.
this
Uh
is big
like
stuff, man.
what's up?
I said, this is big stuff.
It is. It is. We had to Chibi Comics had to sit last year out for the most part, so I haven't been able to do much streams over the past year, and I'm happy to be back.
Now, you've done a book before, right?
I've done a couple books before.
Yeah. Remind me of
So
the ones that you put out. Just, I'm sorry, like my
no,
brain's
it's all
not
good. It's all
functioning right
good.
now.
So first was Samurai and Dinosaurs.
Oh yes, I remember that book. Oh my god, it was
Then
such
we
a good
did.
book.
Thank you. Then we did The Gods Fear Me, which last orders are going out on Monday for that one.
I feel
And
like I've got a copy of that around here somewhere. Maybe someone else in my house backed it and got theirs before I got.
oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah. And then so the last book we did was Deep Well, and that's going to be fulfilling in March.
I remember Deepwell too. I do
Yeah.
remember that one. So
Yeah.
awesome, awesome.
So yeah, like we got wrapped up with some production issues, and that took up most of last year. But like I said, I'm happy to be back.
But you got through it. You're back
Absolutely.
and better than ever, right, brother?
I'm trying, Lola. I'm trying.
Persistence.
Yep.
That's all. That's what it takes in this, right? Is persistence, consistency, honesty, and just putting your heart into it. Like
Exactly.
we were talking backstage. I've known Mike for a while, so like he's always had his heart in this. This has been his passion,
Hmm.
and the fact that his wife is part of it, like I love it. I freaking love
I'm just in it for the money.
Yeah.
it. And the kiwi, right? The little kiwi doggy.
And the kiwi, which speaking of, he's tearing something up on the floor. If I go off camera, it might be because I'm picking up whatever it is he's playing with or destroying.
All
Hmm.
good, brother. All good. All good. You want to tell us a little bit, give us a little bit of background on VeilWalker, just to kind of catch people up in case maybe they didn't get the first one, or they're still getting it, and they're
Yeah, of course. So basically, it's the same pitch that I had for issue one. It hasn't changed because we're still telling the story that we set up in issue one. It is a three volume arc or 3-issue arc. And really, the world of the Veilwalker is basically one where a very small percentage of the human population is born with something called the gift. And what that allows them to do is cast magic or, chakra, whatever you want to call it, with their mana or their spiritual essence. And these people are identified and protected by an order called the Veil Guard. And our main character actually belongs to this ancient order. And his title is that of the Grand Inquisitor, basically the head of the inquisitory branch. They're like sort of a militaristic shadow government that's been around longer than most normal governments on planet Earth, at least in the world that we've built. And the story begins when a Twitch streamer disappears on live stream, and Alexander has the order cut the feed, and he is sent to investigate, see what happened. And in issue two, we pick up exactly where issue one left off, as we descent further and further into the veil.
Awesome, man. Awesome. I'm digging it, digging it. Um, Mike, why don't you tell us a little bit about Longshadow while I pull up your campaign real quick and say hi to my chat?
You got it. All right. So, Longshadow is your new favorite detective ogre for hire, solving mysteries and slaying monsters across the kingdom of Elos. In this first volume, Longshadow is hired by a mysterious woman with mystical abilities, known only as Della Modana, to travel out to the forgotten lands of Old Country and hunt down the Prince of Echoes, a vile creature leaving only death and destruction in its wake. The book is a throwback to the days of pulp, un-PC action adventure epics, which were filled with violent action, gorgeous women, deadly men, and thrilling exploits that kept pages turning for years back in the day. Long Shadow is 112 pages featuring black and white spot illustrations by Jeff Lasley, who also did the lovely cover right there. The base book is $20. There's also a prequel novella, like I have for all of our campaigns, and that will come in at 36 pages, also with spot illustrations. Even if you're not traditionally into prose writing, I hope that you'll give Long Shadow a shot, as pulp stories look and feel different from traditional novels. Pulp is back, and we would love to have everybody along for the ride.
I'm digging it, man. Totally digging it. Like most people that know me know I like the fantasy genre.
Mm-hmm.
Like I came up with my husband, like one of the first books he pushed at me was like Conan, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And Savage Sword and Red Sonja and um Kroll.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff like that. And so
All the
like I
good
just
stuff.
fell in love
Yep,
with it. Yeah, I fell in love with the fantasy genre. So I'm really digging that this is coming back and it's in our indie sphere right now. So
absolutely.
thank you, Mike.
You're
Thank you.
welcome. You're welcome.
Let's see who here. We got John. What's up, John? Aaron Calamari, what's up, man? He said old school CG represent.
Hey,
That's
Aaron.
right.
Yep.
And what about? What's up? What about?
Hey,
Yo.
ahoy, hoy.
So as we keep going, more people keep rolling in. I'm sure other people are streaming right now too. You know, I know Telepathic Bunny's over there doing his love stream right now too. So
Yeah. Mike, I wanted to ask you, man. I'm actually in the process of building up the courage to sort of create my own sort of fantasy epic.
Okay.
Was this intimidating for you? Because for me, my fantasy epic was actually the first story that I started writing. But once
Okay.
I started to sort of look into it and sort of started to figure out everything that goes into building a good fantasy story, I got
Mhm.
intimidated, had to put it down, moved on to the VeilWalker. For you, was it similar? Did you immediately connect with like the fantasy genre?
Yeah, I've been into fantasy my whole life, but it's one of those things. I think I don't necessarily mean in terms of age, but just in terms of like the amount of years that you put into your craft. I think there has to be a certain amount of maturity before you try like building up a fantasy world. There's something kind of prestige about like coming out the gate with a traditional fantasy epic, you know. Um, and I've had ideas for them before, but none of them really stuck, and some of them I just didn't feel I was ready for. And with Long Shadow, you know, like first came the character, the idea of this detective ogre, and then from there, I kind of, um, well, I was thinking about, you remember Fable, the video game
Yeah,
series?
very
yeah,
much so. Looking forward to the new one.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was thinking about that, and I remember like a couple years ago, Microsoft like kind of shut down the company, and they were like, "This IP isn't going anywhere. We're just killing it." And I started thinking about what I would do to revitalize it, and you know, from that, like you know, I just kind of started making things my own, and like when I realized that Long Shadow fit in that world, I felt like I was ready.
that, that's awesome and it's great advice. I
Thank you.
mean,
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I'm still super intimidated, even though that I'm working on something. I've published it, gotten some good feedback. I still believe that this is not something easy to jump into, and it can easily just sort of go the way of the generic fantasy story that nobody is interested in, and you really need to have something to make it different. And a detective ogre is definitely that it thing. So,
Yeah,
I
man.
mean,
Thank you. Thank you.
congratulations on your launch, and let's get this funded, man.
Yeah, man. 100%.
Yeah, let's get them both funded. I'd like to see. I gotta get number 2, right? Like, let's get this.
I know, right? Yeah, I've got like 3 trilogies planned out for Longshadow. If the audience is there, I'm happy to tell the whole story.
Awesome, man. I just lost what I was gonna say. What were you gonna say? Oasi, were you gonna say something?
No, I'm just making like, yeah, man. Let's tell the story. Let's find the audience. Let's get eyes on this. I mean,
Yeah.
I think it's definitely something that
Oh,
we need
it came
more
back.
of. I think these.
It came back.
Got it.
What?
So the
Oh,
best things in life don't come easy and are
Mhm.
usually scary.
Yeah.
So Oasi, if you're feeling intimidated, then that's a good thing. That's a good thing.
Yes.
You take that and you let that motivate you and push your story.
Yeah, I have this conversation with my editor all the time, co-writer editor. Whenever I refer to my co-writer, my editor, my video guy, I'm referring to the same person, HP
Okay.
Francisco. I have this conversation with him all the time that would probably end up being sort of my swan song, my magnum opus. Once I've developed every single skill I possibly can as a storyteller,
Mhm.
I'm gonna go out on that and sort of ride off into the sunset. So
Nice.
let's see how it works out.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of like actual like craft and construction, like I'd say the main thing, like there are some writers that are like, hey, just like go with the flow and let the story evolve naturally. I think with like big fantasy epics specifically, you have to have the whole thing planned out. Uh, because the second you don't, you head into like George Martin, or what's his name?
R.
Pat-
Martin.
yeah, or like Patrick Rothfuss, the Name of the Wind dude, where it's like it's clear that like they've written themselves into multiple corners and they don't know how to get out of it.
Yep. I
Are
mean,
you end up with a token that's just so epically long?
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I definitely wanted to do something new with fantasy, and I think making it a noir is a good start, and I think once people get a feel for where I'm going with these series of books, I think they're going to dig what I'm building.
Definitely, man. We got Miss Rena in the chat. What's up, Miss Rena? And we got Amanda B, the beautiful Amanda B. What's up?
Hey, Amanda.
Amanda's
Awesome folks, man. So I was gonna ask you, Mike, who's working on this with you? Is it just you or you?
No. So I'm doing obviously the writing. I'm doing the art for the cover to the prequel novella, like I usually do with our books. But Jeff Lasley did the main cover, and he's going to be doing the interior black and white spot illustrations.
Okay.
And my guy Preston Acevedo, he'll be doing an alternate cover, which hopefully we'll be able to unveil in like a week and a half.
You just dropped the name that's gonna sell this book.
I know.
He dropped that name.
Yeah, he kills every campaign that he's involved with, man. He always lets us put up the original art for his covers on our campaigns, and they sell out with like an hour.
I have his what was that one? 9 Devils or 9?
Yeah.
Yeah, like his art is absolutely amazing. Oh, I see your camera.
does it all the time. It's like, you're looking too handsome. Let me take you off for a second.
It's like, we want to see Kiwi. We don't want to see you.
Right.
Speaking of Kiwi, real quick, this
I'm
is what
sorry.
he was
I love his
eating.
dog. He has the cutest little corgi.
So this is what he was eating. This is basically my. If anybody in the chat knows a little bit of Spanish, it's the papao stick, right? And it's just like the inside of the napkins, right? And it's super soft, like it doesn't really hurt or anything. But he hates it. He's looking at it right now. So the second it falls on the floor, he's like, "I'm gonna tear this thing up." So yeah, that's what happened. That's what he was ripping up.
That sounds like my littlest when she gets in trouble. We have like a little spatula, and she's like, "No, I'm good."
They know immediately.
Yeah, but she'll hide it. She hides it.
Like, they can't give me papaos if they can't find it,
Oh my goodness, the bots are coming tonight, aren't they?
They've been everywhere lately.
I know. It's like they opened up the floodgate. How does one strip without clothes? What?
How does one strip without clothes?
Is that like a meditation question?
I don't know. Did I? Oh, they were lovely. Sherry's probably asking the bot that. The bot was probably saying something. Oh, because it's online strips without clothing. I got it.
Okay.
What's up, the lovely Sherry? Look, see, the ladies are showing up tonight. They want to know what you guys are doing.
I'm
So
always here for the ladies.
we're all here for the ladies, right?
I mean,
42%, y'all. 42%. I will own my 42%.
42% of your audience is ladies?
No.
I was about
42%
to say.
of me is lesbian.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
How are you 40? Okay.
I believe that women should look like women, and I can appreciate a beautiful woman.
Okay.
Okay.
But I don't want to like sleep with them, take them home. Actually, have to,
That
converse.
8% wins out.
I see. Okay. So you're not completely bi.
I'm not bi at all. No. I like to window shop. That's it.
Right. Okay.
What about says I think it's 55%?
It's way up there.
All right.
Past that
That's for a
threshold.
Lola After Midnight show. That is not for a Lola After Dark special. Let's get back to Longshadow.
I forget that there's levels to the Lola ratchet tree we got going on.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like this is supposed to be professional. Like we're talking projects.
Yes.
If a little bit of GSC works in, then
Well, it's gonna happen.
right? It's comic skate. Most of us are what stoners and like.
Yeah, and I mean, it like you said, it's CG. We can't be too professional.
No, because then they would start to expect it all the time from us.
Right. Exactly.
Where's the fun in that?
There's no fun in that.
Okay, let me get back over here to Longshadow real quick. All right. So, is there anything you want to tell us about this lovely lady with the?
Sure. Yeah.
Milk jugs.
So I decided a couple days ago when I started on this, I decided that my theme for all the prequel novella covers for all of our books is going to be boobs. I don't know if you ever saw the prequel novella cover for God Sphere Me, but like it's just Kedzie naked with tentacles all over. So yeah, that is Sweet Alice. She's the head of Amberglass, which is the main tavern in Colon Brick, the town where Longshadow resides.
Now, is she gonna be like a badass warrior woman, or like?
She's got a history, but she runs, she runs Amberglass. That's her current life. She definitely has a past before coming to Colon Brick, and this prequel novel is all about the first night that Longshadow arrives into town, and although in the novel in present day they're good friends and close associates, when they first meet each other they hate each other, but Longshadow has to help her solve a locked door murder mystery that's happened in Amberglass.
Awesome.
I have a question on her. I think this is very important.
Yeah.
Does she do squats?
Yeah, she does squats. Bottom matches the top, man.
That's my boy. I like that.
Well, that's the selling point for me, right? Bottom's got to match the top.
Yeah.
All right, let's get back over here. I got so many things open up here. I'm like, oh goodness. So, pulp. Now, what made you want to make it pulp?
I mean, besides
straightforward fantasy.
Well, okay, like number one, I've loved pulp since I was a kid. I was surrounded by both pulp reprints and comics because of my dad, and if you're going to do a novel within CG, I think it really helps if you have like an illustrated novel as opposed to just straight up prose. This is a collector's market and it leans heavily on the side of the artists. So, I was like, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it all the way. I'm going to do a traditional pulp novel, like 2 or 3 spot illustrations per chapter. And yeah, just I like the idea of pulps. It's this thing that predates comics and in a lot of ways set up everything that comics and pop culture are today. I mean, it set up, crime noir, it's set up fantasy, high fantasy, it set up the bedrock of what would become superheroes. Just pulp is cool, and it's quick and easy, both in terms of consuming it but also writing it. So I don't have to wait on like a huge production team to like get this 32-page comic book done. Like it's 80 pages out of 112 written already. I'll have the rest done by the end of next month, and then we can do turnaround by May. So I want this in people's hands.
I see Chibi Selina's name on here.
Yeah. So our main stretch goal, if we can hit double our budget, so 8,000, we're going to be doing a world guide to Elos and Longshadow, and it's going to be illustrated by like some of your favorite people in CG. So Donald DeLay, Selena, Stefani Renee, Narwhal's going to be doing a piece, and a whole bunch of others.
Gotcha. That's awesome, man.
Lola,
I'm
you don't
sorry.
mind if I ask questions from time to time, right? Because I'm actually trying to pick his brain on this fantasy stuff.
Yeah.
No. You're all good. Like that's what we're here for. We're here to interconnect and network. And I know when you first came in, I told you Mike was coming on, and you had no idea who I was talking about. You were like, "What?"
Yeah, man,
I
we've
talked
never
to
even
him.
had the chance to talk.
Yeah, like you hadn't had a chance to talk to him, and so no, it's great. I love it. I love the conversation. I love that people are connecting and can talk and help one another. That's what part of community is about, right?
100%.
That's what I'm
So
here
on
for.
that note, I appreciate it. So on that note, given that I've designed a few maps myself and I've never been satisfied with the result, and I'm looking at your map here, is this sort of like a part of a continent? Is it a whole continent? Is it like England or Australia? And what made you sort of pick that size to tell your story?
Sure. So at first, I was planning on it being a whole continent, similar to Australia. As a matter of fact, I liked the whole prison colony angle, and I'm like, maybe I could do some like deep mythology stuff, like going back Silmarillion style. But
Are you taking a shot at our Australian prison brothers over there?
yeah, Bancroft represent. So it started off that way, but no, and I haven't told anybody this. This is a part of a larger continent. I changed about halfway through designing the map. So
You got an exclusive there, Lola.
yeah. So it actually, the continent like goes up and to the left off the page, but we'll get to that like later on.
That is awesome. So why did you narrow it down specifically? Was there like a story purpose?
Yeah. So I mean, basically, this is its own kingdom, even though it's still part of a larger continent. Like, there's other kingdoms like northwestish.
Okay.
So this is the kingdom of Elos, and it's all story related. I think, again, not to keep picking on the poor guy, but I think when you go the George R. R. Martin route, where like it's just ever expansive world building, I think at a certain point you have to rein it in and make sure that those choices that you're doing for world building serve the story.
Right. Because even if you look at the world that he built with Westeros or whatever it's called, like even in canon, we don't know by the point that we are in the books if there's anything west of Westeros.
Right.
How do it adds to the mystery, and that's fun. But it kind of, if you're a writer yourself, you kind of think like he doesn't know,
Right.
like
Yeah.
he's just kind of hamming it up as he goes. But yeah, no, that's actually awesome. And again, are you satisfied with the map? Because again, me myself, I've had like 3 or 4 different maps done by professionals, and I just like, cool, thanks. Let me get somebody else to do it again.
Yeah, I am happy with it. Basically, I wanted to treat it almost like, an open world video game map. For the purposes of the story that I want to tell across these 3 trilogies, this is a large enough area of land filled with enough characters and locations that I can get what I need out of it without having to be like, well, let's just start building the entire planet, you know?
I like it. Making notes.
Well, that's what keeps people interested and keeps it going and keeps it growing and makes it, you know, something that you can dive into. And then like you've got all these people and their stories and it's all part of this world. So that's the whole point of fantasy, and that's what makes it beautiful.
Exactly.
John said Rini would be so proud. There's a world map, Mike.
I know. Yeah, and you know, with the swag bag, you get a copy of it. So
I wish I could have her energy and just like scream like she does.
Please don't. I have headphones on. Come
don't
on
do
now.
that.
No, but she is awesome. I was actually watching her stream the other day where she went over the fact that she built like a whole language and stuff like that. Is that something that you've also done, or are you considering?
I'm considering, but I don't know. That's a deep dive, man. I don't know if I got that time.
It's a heavy undertaking.
It is.
I don't know if I would have that kind of patience. I'd be like, no, this shit.
Right, I don't even know my own language, the one I'm talking to you right now, fully. I'm going to go and create another one.
I don't even do English right. So how am I supposed to build another one?
Yeah, it'll be horrible.
And Matt Bart, what's up, Matt Bart? Everybody should go back Rock and Roll Ninja if you haven't. He says, network, you mothers.
Yep, that's what we're doing.
Exactly. Now, I imagine myself developing a language and it just ends up being Spanglish.
Right.
It's like, wait, this looks familiar. Oh,
like if I did it, it would probably like open a portal to hell or something, and some like demon would come out because like it would be some incantation that I didn't even realize was a thing.
And then that's when the VeilWalker shows up with a detective ogre, you know?
Yeah. There you go.
Hey, I'm glad you brought that up. Let's talk about VeilWalker for a whole minute here.
Yeah, please.
Just
VeilWalker
60
number
seconds,
2.
that's it.
60 seconds. No. We can't give 60 seconds to VeilWalker. Come on.
That's all I can give most people.
Damn.
Save it for the after hours show.
I'm sorry.
That's what she said.
Exactly.
Hold on real quick before I bring up VeilWalker. Matt was wanting to know. He said, like Pangea? You're doing like a Pangea type?
Me?
No.
Yeah, you. No.
Yeah, you said it was part of a bigger.
It's part of a bigger continent, but you know that's not to say that it's just one big Pangea continent. Like there are multiple continents on this planet. I imagine, at least. I'm just saying, like it's not this isolated landmass. It's a part of a larger whole.
Gotcha.
I honestly don't believe Pangea was a thing because I can't believe that out of the whole planet there was just this one big ass landmass that sort of came up all together. I'm a little skeptical about it myself, unless you guys have any information that it was actually proven to be true.
No, it's not proven. And then you've got what's his name, Neil, the
astronomer, artist. The guy with the Neil Gaiman.
No. Oh God, everyone's screaming at me. No, anyway, big legend in comics, like he did that crazy Batman miniseries a couple years ago. Neil Adams.
There you go.
Neil Adams has like the whole hollow Earth theory that the Earth basically grew like a seed, and that would justify Pangea. But I don't know. No.
Well, I mean, the only thing that makes me think it could be true is because if you put all the continents together, they fit perfectly together as one.
Mm-hmm.
That is the one thing that makes me not disprove it or not believe it outright completely, but still a little skeptical.
Like if you took the northern hemisphere, right? So like you took North America, South America, and you put it over next to like Europe and Africa, like the pieces just fit kind of like a jigsaw puzzle. It's all.
I mean, next thing you're going to tell me is that you agree with John Malin that the world was flat.
Well, that's
no.
Oh, it's fact. Oh God. Oh no.
No, the world's round. It's nice and round. I can't handle flat. Flat does nothing good for me. Okay. I'm getting into Lola After Midnight stuff here.
Okay. I was gonna make a reference. It's nice and round like that Avatar.
Right.
Java the Creator showed up. What's up, Java? He said the Southwest looks like a sleeping Java. Who else we got in here? I thought it was someone else. He said you can literally fit the continent together. Yeah, that's why I can't
Yes.
say it's not a thing. But no, I will never say the earth is flat. Come on, we've got mountains, valleys, hills, oceans, valleys and mountains in the oceans. We just had a volcano go off in the ocean. Did you guys see that?
Oh yeah, that was
Yeah,
crazy.
crazy tidal waves. And what is it? Northeast America right now getting hit. Is it?
Yeah, it's like Hawaii and Japan got hit with tsunamis because that big volcano went off.
Oh,
But
it's on the other side. Okay.
speaking of something that's very volcanic and explosive, let's go to VeilWalker.
Oh, I thought you were gonna talk about me.
You're always explosive.
I
Oh
try,
no.
you know.
Wait, it didn't share. Why didn't it share? I'm boomering this, y'all. I'm boomering.
The
You know
VeilWalker
what?
blew its load already. Doesn't want to be on stream.
Can't do that with the first one. Can't be everything at the first one. Okay. So I'm gonna tell everybody I received the first one, okay, and it was packed full of so much stuff. There were like, hold on, I've got it right here beside me. Give me 1 second. Talk about
Very
Lola.
nice. Very nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
So
So
basically,
no, I was gonna
yeah,
say,
you were
like,
gonna
go
say,
ahead,
Mike.
tell me about it.
Oh yeah, basically the story. I mean, I already kind of gave the pitch for it, so I don't want to bore people with saying the same thing. But uh, really talking about sort of the creation of it and where it came from. Me and my buddy at HB were sitting around one day, and we were thinking about creating video games way back when, and we just realized how expensive and how impossible it was going to be for two, little brown boys from the hood to make video games, in their bedroom. So one day we just decided to look into comics, right? It's like, what would be the easiest way for us to be able to tell our stories so that someday eventually they can eventually, get licensed or turned into these other forms of entertainment that we would like to have them in. And that's when the VeilWalker sort of came up. I had like a little bit of a spark, an idea. I had a character design, didn't really know where I was going with the story. And then we started playing The Witcher 3.
Mm.
And we just sort of looked at each other one day and we're like, man, can you imagine The Witcher 3 in modern day, right? The Witcher story set in a modern day, dark fantasy, urban fantasy. And that night I just had a dream. And the dream was this character that I had drawn up previously, and it basically just set up the story for me. And it's been a race to get them done ever since.
That's awesome, man. That's
So,
awesome.
but yeah. You back, Lola?
Yeah, I'm back. Sorry. I was trying to find because I've got two packages here. I had two different books. I got two different covers. The foil covers were absolutely gorgeous. Love those. Um, yes. I just pulled that one out with my posters of the pictures from the book.
The
But I
prince.
was the other package though had like stickers and stuff in it. Like it had all these like
We
tchotchkes,
had
as
a
everybody calls them.
Yeah, we had a bookmark. We had a trading card. We have the stickers. One of Alexander. One of the covers that we did for Kickstarter back when we were still on Kickstarter. So we cut Alexander off from the cover and made a sticker out of it, and then we had a sticker of our Oasi Comics logo, which I think is pretty cool. So,
Mm.
So
yeah,
are
I
you?
tried.
I'm sorry, I mean cut you off.
No, I was just saying I tried to put as much there as I possibly could without breaking the bank.
That's awesome, man. I loved it. I love that kind of stuff because like I get to put that like stickers, for instance, right, or a bookmark. Like if I'm at the library with my kids and I'm reading, I've got the bookmark and I've got the book. Somebody will come up to me and they'll be like, "Hey, what is it you're reading? Where did you get that? Like, how do I get that?" So it's like it's a form of advertisement. It's in a way of sport. So I absolutely love it. Are you doing that with this one?
We are technically, because on the add-ons you can get basically everything that was included in the first one as add-ons.
Okay.
And we're still working on our stretch goals, because there's a certain mark that we want to hit, and we want to make sure that the stretch goals are unique enough to warrant people actually trying to push for them, right? Not just like another bookmark or another set of stickers. So we're working on a few things, but those previous, little knickknacks add-ons, they are available with this particular campaign if you want to pick them up.
Now, are you working with the same people, or do you have
We have a new artist. So I had announced it even when we were still running the campaign for issue 1 that the artist for issue 1 wasn't going to come back for personal reasons.
I remember that.
Yeah, so for personal reasons. So while we're running this campaign, we knew that we were going to have a quick turnaround for issue 2. Because again, we launched our campaign, when was it? In September, closed in October, started delivering in December, and then launched number 2 in January. So it was super fast. And we were sort of juggling the campaign, getting everything ready for fulfillment while trying to find a new artist for issue 2. And luckily our colorist, who did carry over from not just the Ashcan, but issue 1 and now into issue 2, he recommended the gentleman who we're looking at right now, or at least his art, which is Adrian Gutierrez, a young man out of Spain. And we had him do a few test pages and just the visceralness and the sort of animation style and just movement, and just he has this cool factor, especially with the VeilWalker down there. We were blown away, and we had to roll with him. So yep, we're carrying over the colorist, but we have a new penciler and inker on board.
Awesome, man. Are you gonna do this one color too, or is this one, because like this one looks like it has more of a black and white, darker feel to this cover?
It's going to be colored, definitely going to be colored, but I wanted to share it. And actually, I had to run it by Adrian because the swords weren't colored in, but I wanted to give it a little bit of a pop, even though it wasn't like actual final colors. But yeah, this is going to be colored by our inside colorist, Leo, because what I like to do is my main cover is basically the team that's on the inside of the book.
Okay.
So the cover that moves on into the future and gets the reprints and all that, it's the same. What you see on the cover is what you're going to see on the inside. All of our variants are, for the most part, going to be campaign exclusives. We might have a few extra prints that we'll sell on our website, but we won't be doing any reprints to potentially sell on Amazon or something like that. So get them on the campaign, people.
Sorry, I have some friends joining me at the moment. Some tiny friends.
Fine.
You're showing
The best kind of friends.
Yes, these are the best kind. Though they're a little grumpy at the moment.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's been bedtime. It's getting closer to bedtime for this one. So she's getting a little crazy. So got a new artist.
Yes.
What else is going on new with it?
So, well, since we're currently looking at it, I want to touch on that. This is actually going to be our hollow foil variant cover.
Oh, nice.
And if anybody knows what I do on Saturdays, I'm with the Guays over on Comics Guay. And we decided that, hey, it would be great if we can do a Comics Guay sort of exclusive cover. And the inks and pencils are done by Juanito, or El Padrino.
Juanito's awesome. I love Juanito.
Juanito's amazing. I love to say how he came in second on the John Malin art contest. And I like to rub it in. He was second, not first. Just like he's the second handsomest man on the Comics Guay panel. Guess who's the first? And then we had our colors done by Ali Arce, Cabron Ali Arce from 656 Comics.
Nice.
And so basically we kept it in-house, and I think it's something that I would like to do for every single campaign. And the cover was built from the ground up to be a hollow foil. So we actually were waiting for our prototypes to come in. We might touch up a few things depending on how the prototypes look once we actually get them in hand and see how they reflect. But I think it's going to look amazing.
Yeah, I was actually going to ask you who the colorist was. That's cool. He does great work, man.
He does. I mean, his work on all the books that he puts out with 656 Comics is absolutely amazing. But honestly, the only reason I hired him is because he charged me a couple tacos and a burrito, and a gift card. So, so that's why I hired him. So he was cheap. He was like, "Hey, bro, just feed me. I'll be okay."
Right.
It says hashtag Trump Nito.
Peter. No,
Yeah.
Ali's amazing, and him and his brother do really great work. His brother does some logos, and they're a great team.
Nice.
I love the 656 guys. Like those guys have like a special place in my heart because when I first met them and heard their story and like heard about undead borders and then they came out with kryptonolds and I heard what was going, all the stuff that they were doing with that. I was just like, they took my heart.
I mean, you got to ask them about the stuff that was happening while they were putting out the cartel books.
Yeah, that shit's crazy.
Imagine being in Mexico and putting out books about the cartel. That was dangerous for them. So,
I would be living in a bunker somewhere out of fear that like some El Chapo is gonna come get me.
It's like, hey, this guy looks a little bit too much like me. SA. It's like, Holmes, it looks nothing like you, way,
I'd be like, look, I'll take the cocaine into the US for you. I do it. Just don't put my head in the
listen, Hui, if you just make the cocaina into pages, I'll print it on the books and then I'll ship the books,
There you go. See,
maybe we shouldn't talk about this on stream. I'm giving my secrets away,
The cartel should have got into it.
The cartel takes over comic book industry. Imagine.
Okay.
But yeah, so another difference that we're doing with this particular book from the first one is the first one was just 25 pages of story. The book itself is about 32. But what we wanted to do was we wanted to get enough story to really hook people, but also keep it affordable. The first book we were selling for just $8. It was initially just supposed to be a 21-page story. And we had to set 25 pages as a stretch goal that unfortunately we didn't hit. But you know me, I'm a giver. So I was like, whatever, we're going to dig in there and we're going to get those extra 4 pages done. So we ended up delivering 32 pages for just $8, $5 shipping. And people really enjoyed it. I've gotten nothing but good feedback. But for this one, I think we've done the setup. We've played with that. People are a little more caught up with sort of what the world is like. So issue 2 is just to the ball, balls to the wall action, and we're rolling.
What can I not? Okay, don't know what's going on here.
Bots.
I blocked the bot and the bot came back, and then I tried to block it again and it wouldn't let me block it. I can only block it for 5 minutes. How weird is that?
The bots are evolving.
Oh, we mentioned cartel. They're coming for us,
They're
guys.
coming for us. That's it. Oh, it's them. That's them.
Now, there is a catch-up tier on here, right?
So there's not a catch-up tier per se. I might end up adding one because a couple people have asked for it. What there is issue 1 is an add-on. Okay. And the reason I did that is because let's say someone wanted issue 1, but the catch-up tier only included issue 1 and the main cover. Mm-hmm. The way me doing it as an add-on is if you want to back the statue, then you can pick up issue 1 on the way out as well. So you don't have to back the statue and the catch-up tier,
Gotcha.
I'm sitting here looking at these mini figures. What's up with that?
So basically, we actually just got some prototypes. I don't have them on me, but I got some pictures. So those minifigures are about 30 millimeters, and they're basically like the Dungeons and Dragons miniatures. The first 150 backers, there's still a few left. The first 150 backers are gonna get that mini included in their backing and basically in their tier, regardless if you just pick up the main issue. So basically, just issue 1 for $20. We're gonna throw in that mini awesome. In there for you. Non-colored, so those minis don't come colored. But again, it's a intricately designed 30 millimeter miniature that we have a special resin mix that's what we're currently prototyping, basically for the swords, because we didn't want them to snap. So the resin that our printers are developing is a little more bendable to allow those pieces to potentially fold a bit without just completely snapping off. So that's kind of what we're doing. And yeah, 150 backers, they get it.
That's awesome, man. Let's get it there. Where are you sitting at right now? I didn't even take a chance to look at that up there.
We're funded. We're currently funded, and I think we have about 83 backers, I think it is.
84
backers.
So let's just keep it moving, keep it rolling.
Yeah.
Mike, what about you? Do you have a catch-up tier on yours on Longshadow over here for?
Kind of. I mean, like it's the first out the gate for Longshadow, but what we've been offering, like we're offering it on our last chance campaign for God's Fear Me, which is also still up and running. We're offering a chibi pack with all of our previous books. So if you back that one, you're going to get a copy of Longshadow, but you're also going to get the God's Fear Me and Samurai and Dinosaurs.
Awesome, man. And do you have any like when people check out, they can add on? Do you have stuff like that? Can they add this stuff on or?
Yeah, so basically what we did with our previous campaigns was, we had the book, and then we had the book and the prequel, and then we had the swag bag. For this one, and I think moving forward, we just got rid of the book and prequel tier, and we added the prequel as an add-on. So, you can get the book, and if you decide while you're checking out that you want the prequel, you can go for that. And if you want all the extra swag, then just back the swag bag, and you'll get everything.
Can I block myself from my own chat?
What did you do?
I was trying to drop the links to y'all's books, and for some reason, somehow, I dropped the link to the stream.
Okay.
And I don't know how to delete it.
Guys, do not, under any circumstance, come in here.
Yeah. Are we about to have some guests?
I don't know. But I was just looking and I was like, that's the StreamYard link. That is not Oasi's link. Because I could have sworn that was supposed to be Oasi's link. But I was supposed to tell everybody in the chat, anyone that's, rewatching the replay, or, anyone that just comes along and sees what we're doing over here. I am going to have the links here in the chat, and then they're going to be in the description. Oh, it's Kiwi. It's a Kiwi baby.
Hey, Kiwi.
But I do have the links here in the chat. They're going to be in the descriptions of where you can back these awesome projects, where you can go and follow these awesome creators, and just keep the momentum going. Like, that's what this is about.
So the reason I bring up Kiwi is that if you guys don't bring us to get us the VeilWalker to $5,000, Kiwi doesn't eat for a week.
Oh no!
I'm kidding. He eats better than I do. So let me tell you a story about Kiwi.
Yeah.
There was one day where I didn't have enough kibble for him, right? So it was like either I go to work and then either be late, get him some kibble, figure something out, or I just give him some of last night's rice with the kibble that I had left. That was about 2 months ago. Ever since then, he does not eat his food unless there's rice in it.
Okay.
So I believe that I have the very first ever Puerto Rican Pembroke Welsh Corgi.
That's awesome.
Maybe he's a fancy eater and he's picky.
So he's like Mike.
We were talking about all the foods that we couldn't eat earlier. Oliver, what's up? We mentioned Ollie and he shows up.
I called him. We mentioned the cartel, he shows up. I wonder if he showed up because we mentioned the cartel or because we were talking about him coloring the cover.
Mm-hmm.
Curious.
I think he's the cartel colorist.
That's what he is.
There's a colorist cartel out there.
Mm.
And you know what they're doing? They're making awesome indie projects.
Yes.
But no, I told Matt he could jump in here. Matt, I was just worried that like some unwanted cartel bot might try to jump in.
Gotta be careful. If we don't know who you are, you gotta have your camera on.
Verify your name.
Yeah.
Your age and your status.
Uh-huh.
Wait, no.
And your social.
Wait.
Your social status, not your jabs.
Oh no! I want the social security numbers.
I want your credit card numbers. I'm just kidding.
I'm scamming.
There we go. There's a Frog G. Frog G,
hey,
you can tell me you've got links to Longshadow and to Oasi's VeilWalker too. Because I totally boomered that. There we go. There's a Frog G.
You know what's funny? So Frog G, I was always curious as to why it was the Frog Guard, and I was like, wait, Frog Guard, Veil Guard. I was like, do I not know about a very special, Frog Guard division and the Order of the Veil Guard? Do I
Yeah,
not know about this?
I was gonna say, man, I smell crossover.
Right. Oh, so there's definitely something there, Froggo. Let me know.
He's got Operation Wrench coming soon with Jason from Unhinged, who's doing Absolute Book 2 and Ink Spots. So you guys watch out for that. Be dropping the wrenches. Oh,
So actually,
wow.
I forgot to show this off. If you want to blow me up
Oh,
real quick.
wow.
Yeah, give me a second.
So, but I will warn you guys. We're missing a sword because this is just a prototype, and this is actually the reason why we started developing a more bendable resin mix. Because someone who's under my feet right now knocked it down, snapped the sword, and then ate it.
Oh no.
So we want to avoid that. So let me get in here so you guys can see. There's a bunch of detail here on the face.
Mhm.
Give me a sec, right there. So there's stuff, and I think this is definitely it's been a huge hit. The colored version we've sold, I think about 13 already, and yeah, it's a 7-inch statue that's gonna ship in a custom made box. So just wanted to show that off.
That's awesome. I like that.
We gotta get Oasi to like 5 figures so that he can like get a camera that adjusts.
So I'm not playing with it myself, right?
Right?
As we're blowing up on me.
Sorry,
Playing
guys.
with my lens here, you know. Take me out, Lola.
There you go.
People don't want to look at me. I want to look at Longshadow, you know.
There you go. So Mike, do you have
What's up?
extras coming with Longshadow as well?
For the swag bag, yeah. So with the swag, you're going to get the map, like we talked about. You're also going to be getting the prequel novella. You'll be getting a trading card, and what else? You're going to get a print of the cover and a sticker. And if you're talking like in terms of stretch goals, like I was saying at the start, our main stretch goal, I mean, obviously I'll plan out more if we get past here, but our main stretch goal is going to be that world guide, and the world guide is going to be set up to look like old D&D monster manuals. So it's going to have a really cool look to it.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Looking forward to it.
Believe me, so am I, Lola.
We're all looking forward to this. Are you kidding? We've been waiting for this.
I just want more corgi.
Oh, do you?
Yeah. Let's make it happen, man.
Hold on. Come here, baby. Oh, there he is.
There he is.
So, Kiwi, this is your moment to shine.
Hey, Kiwi.
And make Daddy very, very rich.
Is Kiwi ever gonna show up in the VeilWalker?
He's not gonna show up in the VeilWalker, but he's got a major role somewhere else that we're currently developing.
Awesome. Looking forward to that.
So this is what he does. He sits on my lap and just wants belly rubs.
Yeah, he does.
I was looking here, and Frog G did have the VeilWalker #2 link. That is not a StreamYard link that So these are awesome projects. Like, I'm absolutely love them. You guys, I'm sure y'all can hear the kids are in there killing each other at the moment. As kids do, and I'm trying to ignore it. But I'm looking forward to these projects. What else can you tell us to sell us on it?
On a Longshadow or VeilWalker? Like
on both.
Let's start with Longshadow. Let's start with Longshadow, and then we'll go to VeilWalker.
Okay, so the thing that I like about Comicsgate is also the thing that often leads to like delays with books, which is I love the amount of the quality and the amount of intricacy that goes into the art on all these projects. But like I said, that usually results in delays or like having to push like an estimated ship date, like at least 6 months, if not more. The whole point of what I'm doing with Longshadow, and if we get to do these on a yearly basis, is quick turnaround. You know, the spirit of pulp was they were produced fast, they were printed fast, and they were consumed fast. It was the form of entertainment for like an entire generation of people back before comics were a thing. So if you're into the concept of Longshadow, and if you're willing to try something different from what we usually do here in Comicsgate, I think you're going to find an awesome product that you'll have in your hands at least once a year while you're waiting on other major releases from both us and other studios, you know? So the best thing that I can say in terms of enticing people is there's almost zero wait time on this. Like, we're going to be at the printers in April, and it'll be in your hands by late May.
So
So
you already got it finished.
I'm on page 80. It's 112 pages in total. So I'll be done by like the end of next month, and then I'm just gonna like revise and revise until we have to go to print.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Now who's doing your editing and that kind of stuff?
I mean, I'm kind of I'm kind of anal retentive, so like I'm gonna do at least the second draft, but then I don't know. Like, I know there's a couple people I trust. I might loan it out, see what they think.
Hold on, you gotta explain that to me. Anal retentive?
Yeah, it means like it's a
It's not what you think, Oasi.
Yeah,
You know,
no,
anal and you retain it. Come on, man. You
just
gotta
keep it all
explain
in.
that to me now. You know exactly.
It just means I'm super controlling, man, and I'm super picky.
Okay.
Like,
All right, that works. I think around me, use the word picky because you know anal retentive. I don't know what's going on there, Mike.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Tiny person came back around.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
trying
play
to
your
keep it-
trailer real quick if that's cool, Mike.
Sure, yeah.
That way everybody can get a feel. Let me know if you can't hear it.
It's muted.
Yeah.
No. The first 2 seconds are kind of.
I like it. Can we hear it?
Wait. There you go.
Come on. That was awesome.
Thank you.
That was amazing.
Thanks. Yeah, like with all of our campaigns, I like doing about like 2 or 3 trailers throughout the entire campaign run. So I'll probably have another one up in like a week and a half or so.
Now, do you do your trailers yourself?
Yeah. It just kind of happened that way. It took me a while to like learn video editing and stuff, but like I've gotten to enjoy it a lot. It's like one of my favorite part of putting together a campaign.
All right, guys. Tell everybody where they can find you guys. Let everybody know that, you know.
Lola, play my trailer.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna play your trailer as we go out.
Oh, okay. Sounds good.
Yeah, because we're coming up on an hour. I know you guys said that y'all were kind of strict on the hour thing tonight because y'all have got probably other things. I know Mike's probably got a million shows lined up to.
Yeah, well, I've got a Clark to take care of. I'm surprised you can't hear him. He's doing the same as your kids right now, but yeah.
I think our kids are about the same age, so
yeah.
So I totally get it, totally understand. But I wanted to kind of play your trailer as we go out, Oasi, because
that works. Yeah. So real quick, if anybody wants a Alexander sticker that Kiwi just chewed up, DM me. We're gonna have a special line of products that are specifically inspected, quote unquote, by Sir Kiwi, the fluffy butt. And I'll be sending those out to you guys. But you can catch me at Oasi Comics on Instagram and Twitter.
What about you, Mike?
Yeah, so you can find me on Twitter and TikTok at chibi_Mike. You can find me on YouTube at the Chibi Mike, all one word.
Cool. And if I could give one reason to back the VeilWalker, all I'll say is please buy my book or Kiwi gets the hook.
No, Oasi, you've got to look really, really sad and be like, I've got to eat, people. Come on.
This right here, guys, was my first meal in like 3 months. I'm legit. I am feeding myself off of the fur that Kiwi drops around the house. That's what I'm eating. Because there's quite a bit of it.
I love it. It's awesome. Oh my gosh, this stupid butt. It's the same freaking butt. I'm like, Jesus.
It's the cartel, I tell you.
Yeah.
Jesus love you. Okay. So I appreciate you guys coming on and sharing. Mike, I hope you have a great launch tonight, and you hit those 5 figures in the next 2 days, and then on to 6 figures, brother, because you definitely deserve it.
I'm working on it. Thanks for having me on, Lola.
Oh, definitely. Oasi, I appreciate you, brother. VeilWalker one looked great. Look here, people. Both of these guys, okay, both of them. This is what I'm going to say about the both of them. They fulfill in a timely manner, and they give you quality products.
Well,
so go back, go support, and show these guys some love. Please show them some love. Okay.
Like Kiwi's showing me now.
And I am gonna play the VeilWalker number 2 as we go out. So I hope everybody in the chat has a good night. Frog G, I appreciate you coming in and dropping these links for me. You're awesome, man. Everybody should go and follow Frog G on Twitter and have him as a wrench on your channel, because he's primo. He is the mod of mods. Okay.
That he is.
Facets of this world that are unknown to many. Roads whose pathways were erased from our memory. Weathered mortar and broken cobblestones that once paved the way to hell. Very few are those foolish enough to open these doors, save for one. That is you, Alexander. You're arrogant, you're stubborn, and brazen in all your ways. Your weakness is one all mortals share. You believe that you can hold the tide as it slips through your fingers. Your destiny will be the same as all those who came before you. Food for the worms. With a fate such as yours, Alexander, what else can you do but burn? Support Issue 2 on Indiegogo.